How long is this one? 18 minutes, easy, let's do it. But then I probably gotta go because I've got to upload 20 billion things to YouTube. I knew nothing about PCs, now I know quite a lot about them. F and Mochi. When you're good at PCs, it's basically like big Legos. Spinning by the kick. I got a little scared to build a PC too because one of my friends was really afraid of wiring and he made it sound all awful. And then I did it and it was fine. Basically you have to plug pieces into a big old board that you screw down. But there's like slots where there's like the only thing it could fit is that thing. Basically you just have to have all the pieces and then it's pretty easy once you're there. I'm pretty sure you need a processor or your computer won't function. I'm pretty sure you need RAM or your computer won't function. You definitely need a power supply unit. Most motherboards have online graphics cards, but another graphics card is much, much better. Installing the CPU is the one thing I don't want to do. That's like not hard at all. It stressed me out the very first time because it was like, oh my god, is it supposed to be this hard to put in? Because I was trying to bend down like the metal, like the thing that it's supposed to set into. And it was like super resistant, but it's supposed to be super resistant on my computer. I ended up working perfectly. And then maybe you could have a sound card or a modem card. I don't have a sound card in my computer. And I've got Ethernet that plugs straight into the motherboard. I'm theoretically not compatible with wireless internet on this computer, but whatever. I don't need it. Just don't wear socks and don't do it on carpet. You'll be fine. I don't know if it's CPUs or GPUs that usually get fried, though. I think it's usually hard drives. I think hard drives are the classic, don't have static. Maybe it's not hard drives. Maybe it's RAM, actually. I don't remember. I don't remember where static is particularly deadly. My cat's meowing at me. It's really not hard to not have static electricity in you. Meanwhile, someone rubbing the fucking... Someone building their computer while dressed up in their balloon suit. Immediately after going down a plastic slide. Anti-air Stamina House is pretty nice. Probably Chun-Li's best anti-air. Parry Stamina House and or Stamina House by itself. Crookie Cumbles Protean changes his type to ground. Protean is a pretty cool ability. I think it's only Greninja and that stupid little chameleon thing. What's that thing called? The thing with type change. What's that thing called? We get more of it now. Remember when you were a kid and you were going down the slide and it was plastic? And you get to the bottom and you'd be like completely full of static electricity? And then you go find your friend and you touch him and fucking give him a huge ass zap? Kecleon. There it is. I think you misspelled it, but that's it. That's the Pokemon. Remember when there's like fucking a plastic slide and you start sliding down it? It's like a spiral one. And then at the bottom there's a giant pool of water and you've got to abort. You gotta like fucking jump off the side of the slide. Unless it's like one of those tunnel slides and then you're just fucked. Remember metal slides and then you'd like climb to the top and you touch the metal? And I'd be like, oh shit, this thing is like 9,000 degrees. Remember that fucking board of gears or board of fucking letters or fucking tic-tac-toe machine? The shits that would be embedded on the sides that no one would ever fucking... no one would ever touch. Remember those gazebos that would be on top of the top parts of jungle gyms? And then there would be that one kid who would like climb to the top of the gazebo somehow, and you wouldn't even know how he did it. Like he would just somehow get on top of it. And then like the teachers would be yelling at him to get down like carefully so that he doesn't hurt himself. Oh shit, dude, the wooden playsets with the splinters. I remember those in my young childhood, but they were basically abolished by plastic ones by my fucking middle childhood. Remember fucking play areas with wood chips everywhere on the ground so you could fucking land into the wood and be fucking not killed? Remember like the weird rubber spongy ones? That's the combo. Tire pyramids, hell yeah. Remember those kids that would stay on the swings and never ever get off? It'd be like, it's my turn on the swings, and they'd be like, no. Remember that guy who would like swing 3 times and then jump off? And then he would get on the swing again, swing 3 times and then jump off. Remember the basketball courts, but no one would ever have a basketball? And then you'd like ask the teachers and it'd be like, oh, the basketballs all got fucking deflated or shit. Or like bring your own basketball or shit like that. The fat kids that swung on the swing and broke the chain. Dang, nice link. People are getting real good at that these days. This is June 2015. This is super recent. This is like a modern tournament. Basketball game with 4 exits that no one knew how to play. I remember playing keep away on a basketball court one time. That was kind of fun. It was like a weird variant of keep away. It was like you can't move as long as you're holding the basketball, but you could like pass it to your friends. And then there would be like fucking people who were trying to steal the ball, the other team. Oh, the guy who could only go up to the second bar in the monkey bars. There was a period where I lost the ability to do monkey bars because I gained too much weight, but then I lost some. Now I can do monkey bars again. You guys ever have a day on the playground where it was like really, really, really windy? Or like really misty or something like that? There's days where it'd be raining, so you wouldn't be able to go out for recess. And they'd open up like the indoor like courts or something like that. I played a lot of basketball because I'm kind of tall. I never, my parents are English, so like fucking, they never taught me like the rules to baseball. So when we started playing like baseball and kickball in school, I like didn't know how to play. Like that, I have a distinct memory of that. When I was like in first grade, they were like a kickball field, and it's like everyone was playing kickball. And I was like, how do you play kickball? And they were like, it's the same rules as baseball. And I was like, I don't know how to play baseball. And the teacher was like, go walk laps around the fucking field while everyone else plays kickball. That was in Mississippi. I used to live in Mississippi. I still don't like kickball, but not because of that. I just don't think kickball's that fun. I don't like baseball that much either. I don't like football. I don't like team games that much. I like sports where it's all on you, where you're the only person. I don't like having to rely on other people. Basketball's fine though. Yeah, the South is kind of shitty. Make us watch Tom and Jerry? I just read that. That doesn't sound like a make. That sounds like a fucking bless you with the opportunity to watch Tom and Jerry. I don't think I've talked about Third Strike since I clicked on this video. I'm watching it though. Maybe I won't even call this after this video. Maybe I'll just call it Chilling with Baf. Since that's what we're doing. Nice walk in. I lived in like the wealthiest parts of the South, which are still not very wealthy. I lived like just outside Meridian, Mississippi. No, I think I lived in Meridian, Mississippi. I lived just outside Atlanta when I lived in Georgia. The housing was fucking cheap. The cost of living was fucking cheap. Now I live in California, it's really expensive to do anything. If I had like full reign of where to live, California's pretty nice. I'd probably live in like Maine or Washington. I'd like live in a state that wasn't shitty, but it was like I'd live in a state that was like coastal with like reasonably good weather, but probably colder than here because here is too hot. And rain. There's no rain here. I want to live in a place where it rains occasionally. And some place that's relatively wealthy, relatively low crime. Those are the states I want to live in. Or like New Hampshire, Vermont. And Recess. There was an episode of Recess that was that. And I think the Recess movie was about that too. What'd you do instead of Recess? Seattle would be a nice place to live. Washington or Oregon would be cool. New Hampshire or Vermont would be cool. The only thing I'd miss is that there's a lot of Street Fighter stuff really close to where I live. I live like 40 minutes from LA. He tried to chase down that stomp with the forward dash, but it still wasn't far enough. And Makoto can't just do like forward dash plus a bit of walking. That doesn't work. You're Makoto, you can't walk. When I lived in Georgia, it was raining about 10 days every month. Here it rains about 10 days every year. We get less than 10 inches of rain a year where I live. So whenever it rains, it's always like, wow, cool. I like to go stand outside when it's raining. I don't think we've had a thunderstorm here in all the time I've lived here, or like only like a few. It hasn't been 0, but it's been like 2 or 3 in the half my life that I've lived in California. It's like fewer than 1 thunderstorm a year. Wait, it never snows here. Nice punish. Good on him for looking for that. It gets hot in Arizona, but doesn't it get kind of cold too? Don't you have like cold winters in Arizona? Like snow and shit? Oh, this must be why this video is so short. Hiroyuki is probably about to elim Banao, since Banao is on the verge of going down and Hiroyuki's on the verge of going up. And then they're probably going to have too few players to keep on going with the GameSpot versus League. Yeah, I remember actually, like, I had an interesting recent experience about that. When I lived in the South, I remember one day it was 104, and it was like the hottest like I've ever been in my entire life, and I just was sweating super badly. And like fucking, I was just soaking wet, and like, I remember I came home from school and I just like poured myself a glass of ice water and I poured it over my head. Like that's how hot it was. And then like it gets to 100 degrees like here, and I didn't even know that. Just because it's not even that hot here. Even when it's 100. I mean, it is hot. It's just like it doesn't feel as hot as it did back then. Maybe I grew up, or maybe it's just the humidity. I'm going to go once this video's over because I got to start prepping for work. Well. Chun-Li's cheap as fuck. If that car throw worked, he would have won, but he fucked up the input. He would have gotten a perfect if that car throw was good. Chun-Li's cheap as fuck. For now, I'm supposed to be really good at fighting Chun-Li's. Alright, I'm gonna go.